What's important about them is whether they're good or bad, and these children are bad.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at 20 of the scariest and most unsettling children in horror cinema.
And just as the blue man was offered up unto him, so shall be the unbelievers.
Number 20, Alex, Weapons.
2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark. And they never came back.
When Justine Gandy's entire third grade class suddenly goes missing in the middle of the night, only one pupil turns up for school the following day, Alex. He's elusive, mysterious, and completely wrapped up in the mystery that haunts the town. A ghastly specter of Alex even appears in Justine's dreams, reverberating through her subconscious and terrifying the audience with a crooked clown smile. As the story's heroes put the pieces together, they begin to realize something deeply unsettling is happening in Alex's house, and they'll need to work with the cursed boy if they want to find the other kids.
We're talking about 17 kids in one classroom. I want to know what happened in that classroom. Why just her classroom? Why only her?
Number 19, Oliver, Bring Her Back.
Are you in there? Is this part of it? Did I do it right?
It's amazing how scary a character can be without speaking. Jonah Wren Phillips does not speak throughout much of the film's runtime, yet he creates a deeply unsettling presence through his posture, facial expression, and eerie physicality. He commits fully to the physical demands of the immensely creepy Oliver, with his violent outbursts generating the film's most visceral moments. The character and performance also eschew traditional possession tropes to focus more on ambiguous situations that keep viewers guessing and unsettled. Oliver conveys trauma, submission, and menace in equal parts, the byproduct of creative character building and sublime performance.
Ellie, we're going out for a little bit. You be alright? Good.
Number 18, Lonnie, Deliverance. Though it doesn't fit neatly into the genre, Deliverance can easily be considered a psychological horror film, and we learn that almost immediately through the presence of Lonnie. This kid isn't a big character, but he embodies the eerie and unsettling mood that pervades the rest of the film. Lonnie seems almost otherworldly with his silent demeanor, blank stare, and creepy banjo playing. His inexpressive face and refusal to engage in conversation also make him seem unreadable, adding to the sense of alienation the protagonists feel in the remote Appalachian setting. The iconic dueling banjo scene is more than just a musical performance. It is a chilling cultural confrontation, a moment of unbelievable tension masked as harmless entertainment.
God damn, you play a mean banjo. Hey, you want to play another one?
Give him a couple of bucks.
Number 17, Henry Evans, The Good Son.
Sure missed an interesting session. I like therapy.
What did you tell her?
Sorry, it's strictly confidential. But you better stop telling lies about me, because no one's going to believe you.
Sooner or later, they're going to find out about you.
By 1993, Macaulay Culkin was at the height of his fame, having just come off the 2 Home Alone films. So, some audience members expected Culkin's usual charm and mischief, not psychopathic murderous intent. This clever casting subversion is highly effective, and Culkin's typical cuteness only makes Henry's behavior that much more disturbing. Henry displays some hallmark traits of a sociopath or budding psychopath, including a total lack of empathy and remorse. He hurts animals, lies effortlessly, and manipulates those around him, and he proves to be a gaslighting master. This is the type of kid you never want to see. One who knows exactly what he's doing and one who will almost certainly grow into something much worse.
Now you tell me. Did you kill Richard? What if I did?
Number 16, Umbre and Pluto, Us.
Then the girl had her first child. A beautiful baby girl. But the shadow, she gave birth to a little monster. Umbre was born laughing.
Nothing is creepier than children that aren't quite human. Enter Umbre and Pluto, the tethered versions of Zora and Jason. Umbre's unnerving permanent smile and silent predatory movements evoke a chilling sense of unnaturalness, which contrasts greatly with her human counterpart's warmth. And Pluto, with his scorched face and animalistic behavior, reflects the trauma and horror of a life spent in darkness and suffering. The kids' enduring silence makes them menacing, forcing viewers to focus solely on their eerie physicality and inhuman traits. But what makes them truly effective is the psychological horror they represent, the dark and unnatural versions of ourselves that result from neglect and abandonment.
The girl had a second child, a boy this time. They had to cut her open and take him from her belly. The shadow had to do it all. Herself. She named him Pluto.
Number 15, Samara Morgan, The Ring. It's hard to remember that the creepy TV ghost is really just a kid. Samara's long black hair helps obscure her face, which we naturally find to be a little off. And her distorted, jerky movements, not to mention her ability to, emerge from TV screens, defy logic. Meanwhile, the cursed videotape, which kills its viewers in 7 days, builds a lingering atmosphere of dread that lasts throughout the entire film, ensuring that Samara remains firmly in our minds even when she's not on screen. Plus, her backstory is just insanely tragic, adding depth and motivation to her murderous rampage. It all combines to create a surreal and terrifying monster, one that blurs the line between traditional ghost story and technological curse. Number 14, Gage Creed, Pet Sematary.
Oh, Gage. Gage.
I brought you something, Mommy.
For 90% of this movie's runtime, Gage Creed is just a cute and normal kid. But those last 10%? Oh boy. Following his tragic death, Gage is resurrected by supernatural forces in the cursed Pet Cemetery, and returns not as the sweet toddler he once was, but as a malevolent and murderous demon thing. The contrast between his innocent appearance and his violent actions, like murdering his own mother, creates a super unsettling dissonance that's hard to shake. And the idea of a small toddler embodying death itself taps into some deep psychological fears that, frankly, we don't really want to explore. There's a reason Stephen King called this his scariest story.
Don't think about doing it, Lewis. The place gets hold of you. But the place is evil. Sometimes that is better.
Number 13, The Midwitch Children, Village of the Damned.
I don't think you'll go to London. We are now the only ones left, and you must learn that we're determined to survive, and that there's nothing you can do to stop us.
With their identical blonde hair, glowing eyes, and emotionless expressions, the children of Midwitch visually resemble adorable children. But their cold logic, telepathic powers, and lack of empathy reveal an unsettling truth. The kids' hive-mind communication and eerie calmness often result in incredible tension, as they manipulate and control the adults around them with literally inhuman precision. The metaphor is also just as creepy as the kids themselves, with the film playing on deep psychological fears of the unknown, the loss of parental control, and an invasion by the other. The children don't scream or rage. They calmly force people to harm themselves through some type of weird alien hive mind power. And that is way scarier than any screaming could ever hope to be.
But I'm sorry, David. I'm sorry I was wrong about you.
If you didn't suffer from emotions, from feelings, you could be as powerful as we are.
Number 12, Claudia, Interview with the Vampire.
I was mortal to you. You gave me your immortal kiss. You became my mother and my father. And so I'm yours forever. But now it's time to end it, Louis.
Kirsten Dunst burst onto the scene playing Claudia. And it's no wonder she became a huge star, as she gives one heck of a performance. Turned into a vampire as a young girl, Claudia is physically frozen in childhood, but her mind matures over decades, leading to a disturbing disconnect between her innocent appearance and her increasingly violent and manipulative behavior. Dunst delivers a performance far beyond her 12 years, conveying Claudia's hunger for control with chilling intensity. Her eerie elegance also combines with that signature cold and calculating gaze, horrifically blurring the line between child and monster. She's one of the creepiest figures in vampire cinema, and the young dunst easily holds her own next to cinema legends like Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Vampires who pretend to be humans pretending to be vampires.
Avant-garde.
Number 11. Isaac Croner, Children of the Corn.
In the dream, the Lord did come to me, and he was a shape. It was he who walks behind the rose.
Masterfully played by John Franklin, Isaac is a child preacher with an unnaturally authoritative presence, speaking in archaic fire and brimstone language that is naturally unsettling coming from a young child. His piercing stare, eerie calmness, and fanatical devotion to a mysterious deity known as He Who Walks Behind the Rose creates a powerful sense of unease. Meanwhile, the idea of a child leading a murderous cult subverts reality and societal expectations, as we are conditioned to think of children as victims, not rulers. Franklin's performance also amplifies the horror, as his unnaturally mature voice and physical stillness make Isaac seem less like a child and more like a demonic prophet. It probably helps that he was actually 24 when the movie came out.
He wants you too, Malachi.
Number 10. Esther, Orphan.
My name is Esther. What's yours?
Though this supernatural horror film received mixed reviews, its at times generic scares and formulaic plot are saved by one thing: Isabelle Fuhrman's performance. As Esther, a 9-year-old child adopted by the Coleman family, Fuhrman is absolutely captivating. She's sweet and charismatic one moment, but capable of turning into a menacing and volatile little creature the next.
I'll shoot the mommy if you tell.
Many critics pointed to Fuhrman's performance as a highlight of the film, comparing it to some other child horror icons that we'll be talking about later in this list. If you skipped this film when it came out in 2009, give it a try. Esther makes it worth a watch.
You took your family for granted.
What do you mean?
What are you going to do? Hit me?
Number 9. Roa Penmark, The Bad Seed.
Why should I feel sorry? It was Claudia who got drowned, not me.
The performances that Isabelle Fuhrman's Esther drew comparisons to, this is one of them. It might be an oldie, but this 1956 psychological horror thriller managed to get under the skin of viewers with the precision of a scalpel. 8-year-old Roa Penmark is the apple of her parents' eye. Unfortunately, when a schoolmate of Rhoda's dies mysteriously, Rhoda's behavior, both past and present, comes under scrutiny.
Promise me you won't tell anyone what you've told me, do you understand?
Why would I tell and get killed?
Patty McCormick commands the screen as young Rhoda, and as old family secrets are revealed, she unravels her character's true nature in delightfully twisted fashion. Rarely has a child so convincingly conveyed pure evil.
If you tell lies like that, you won't go to heaven when you die.
Number 8. Ellie, Let the Right One In.
Jag lever på blod.
Every now and then, a film comes along that's hard to pin down, a movie truly unlike any other. This 2008 Swedish romantic horror is just such a film, blurring the lines between genres in ways that make any sort of categorization feel inaccurate. And at the very heart of this critically acclaimed movie is the undead vampire Ellie, as played by Lena Leandersson.
Slå tillbaka mer än vad du vågar. Då slutar de.
A relative unknown at the time, Leandersson landed the role of Ellie after applying online. Only 11 when cast, she would go on to be nominated for and win numerous awards for the performance, which was praised as being nuanced, compelling, and complex beyond her years.
Jag är 12 år. Fast jag har varit väldigt länge.
Number 7. Charlie Graham, Hereditary.
Who's gonna take care of me?
Folks, we would like to officially welcome a new addition to the Horror Hall of Fame, Millie Shapiro. Hereditary was Shapiro's first feature film, her past experience having been on the stage. Suffice it to say, she made a massive first impression. Hereditary has been called one of the scariest films in recent years, if not all time, and it eschews the cheap jump scares so common in contemporary horror. In the film, Shapiro plays 13-year-old Charlie Graham, and while we don't want to give too much away, let's just say that Shapiro's performance will burn itself into your memory in a way that won't soon fade. We cannot wait to see what she does next. Number 6. Carol Ann Freeling, Poltergeist. Hard as it might be to believe, Steven Spielberg originally wrote the screenplay for Poltergeist as a Close Encounters of the Third Kind sequel entitled Night Skies. Though that surely would have been interesting, we're glad that director Tobe Hooper suggested it be reworked as a supernatural tale. We can't imagine Heather O'Rourke's performance being nearly as compelling in a sci-fi context. In the film, O'Rourke plays Carol Ann, the young daughter and first member of the Freeling family to sense the presence of spirits in their house.
They're here.
Her performance manages to be both endearing and deeply unnerving as needed. Even when she's trapped on the other side of the portal, her voice acting is chill-inducing.
Hey! I can't see you, Lonnie. Where are you?
Number 5. Georgie It.
But Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too.
Pennywise really knows how to get under your skin, like using your dead younger brother as a hand puppet. Audiences first see Georgie as a cute and playful child, and while his brutal death early in the film is shocking, it's his reappearance that truly horrifies. When Pennywise uses Georgie's image to manipulate Bill, it's not just a jump scare, it's an emotional gut punch. The sight of Georgie's pale and rotting corpse taps into deep fears of loss, not to mention the supernatural. And his voice, now echoing with unnatural tones, strips away any sense of warmth and nostalgia. It's not just that Georgie is dead, it's that something evil is desecrating his memory and using his body as a source of trauma and fear.
You'll float too! 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 You'll float too!
Number 4. Damien Thorn, The Omen.
Go!
If there's a child in film that makes us rethink having kids, second only to Rosemary's titular baby Adrian, it's Damien from The Omen. Directed by Richard Donner, yes, the man who gave us Superman just 2 years later, The Omen tells the story of Damien, a young boy being raised by adoptive parents who don't realize he is in fact the son of Satan. Actor Harvey Stevens doesn't have much in the way of dialogue, but that's what makes his performance all the more impressive. He manages to convey evil and menace with his every movement and stare. The performance earned him a Golden Globe nomination for Best Acting Debut in a Motion Picture Male.
Drive on.
Number 3. Danny Torrance, The Shining.
Danny's not here, Mrs. Torrance.
Stanley Kubrick's 1980 adaptation of Stephen King's novel was slow to get the credit it deserved. Polarizing though it was at the time of its release, it is regarded today as a masterpiece of the genre. And it's safe to say that the performances of its cast played no small part in establishing that legacy. While Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall both turn in performances of a lifetime, it would be criminal to overlook the performance of young Danny Lloyd, who was just 6 years old at the time of filming.
Red rum! Red rum! Red rum! Red rum! Red rum!
He not only nailed the emotional experience Danny Torrance goes through with subtlety and nuance, but seriously got under our skin voicing Tony, his imaginary friend.
Remember what Mr. Halloran said. It's just like pictures in a book, Danny.
Number 2. Cole Sear, The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
It's been estimated that roughly 45% of Americans believe in ghosts. After seeing M. Night Shyamalan's breakout film, however, we suspect that pretty much every single person who left the theater kept all the lights on when they got home, at least for a few days. A terrifying supernatural horror film, The Sixth Sense hit us with a variety of disturbing spirits, made even scarier because we were seeing them through the eyes of this young boy.
Sometimes you feel it inside, like you're falling down real fast, but you're really just standing still.
As Cole Sear, Haley Joel Osment made us believe in every single ghost he encountered, and we shared in his terror. Unsurprisingly, he was nominated for both a Golden Globe and an Academy Award.
Will you stay here until I fall asleep?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Regan MacNeil, The Exorcist.
Captain Howdy? Captain Howdy, that isn't very nice.
Well, maybe he's sleeping.
This 1973 classic is counted among the scariest, greatest, and most influential films in the horror genre. But it's hard to imagine it having the same legacy had it not been for the scene-stealing performance of Linda Blair. Sure, she had plenty of help from the makeup department, as well as the demonic overdubbing of Mercedes McCambridge. But all these years later, it's ultimately Blair's performance that still haunts us.
Where's Regan? In here with us.
Many directors approached for the project were apparently scared off by the prospect of having so much relying on the performance of such a young actress. In hindsight, it's safe to say she pulled it off and then some, even earning an Academy Award nomination.
You killed your mother!
Your servant.
You left her alone to
Regan,
die!
Shut
up! I'll never forgive you!
Shut up!
Bastard!
Are there any other kids that creeped you out? Let us know in the comments below.
Do it now, or your punishment shall be 1,000 times 1,000 deaths, each more horrible than the last!